Quick movie review for Werewolves. This is a movie that should have been on Amazon Prime, and I looked at some review, some person talking about it, and they said it best. How the hell did this even make it into theaters? It is so cheaply made. It's kind of funny, right? You see the werewolves, and they look kind of. Someone said Halloween costumes. The person said they look like Halloween costumes, and they do. They really do, actually. The werewolves look really funny. They're funny looking. And they're also super strong. They're like ridiculously strong. And so, like, at first, when his character, Frank Grillo, I think, whatever his name is, the actor, he looked kind of familiar. And then I learned, because I looked at the movie afterwards, and like, oh, his name's Frank Grillo or something. But no, like, the character, what do you call, what was I thinking of in my head? Yeah, when he goes outside. So this is kind of funny. He goes outside to fight. They should have just maybe having like a big epic fight scene, because apparently there's only 15 minutes left. So, but instead they had to have this woman. Oh my god, I hate this character. The mom, like, he tells her, like, don't open the door for anyone that's outside, and she's like, oh, but I gotta help this lady that I guess she babysits her kids sometimes. Let me go help her, make sure she's okay. I don't know why. All of a sudden she has this change of heart. Like, she told him, like, I'll listen to what you say, and I won't do that. But then she's fucking making dumb decisions because movie logic. But then he goes outside to turn into a werewolf so he can fight his neighbor. But the fight was like, it was weak. It was ridiculous. Like, I think they barely fought, actually. And he was pinned against the car, so I guess it makes sense that he'll be weakened. But like, still, they should have maybe just had like an epic fight scene just for the sake of it. And then, because when he rips his head off, it doesn't feel earned, doesn't feel deserved. It feels kind of ridiculous and pointless. Like, what was the point of that? It didn't suffice. It really did not suffice. And then another thing with this film, oh my god, what else? I like that we're set in Miami. We're set in the U.S. We're supposed to be in the United States. We're supposed to be in Miami. But clearly, there's like a scene where he's driving into the city downtown, and you can tell, like, obviously it's Puerto Rico. Clearly, it's not the United States that we're in. We're in Puerto Rico. And so I don't get, maybe why not just make the setting in Puerto Rico at that point? If it's so obvious that we're in Puerto Rico and not in Florida. Like, I don't get that point. And I feel like even other people that watch the film, that they would know, like, that doesn't look like the United States. The skinny road like that, ain't no road skinny like that. And there's a scene with a Catholic church building, and like, yeah, you get Catholic churches here in the country, but like the whole scene with the square and the church, that's clearly Puerto Rico right there. And then there's even you can even see like Spanish in the background, and then it looks like the same setting as well. I mean, that's not a bad thing per se, because this tells you, like, you know, they rent it out. I don't know how they do it, but they use a certain part of some downtown area in some city in Puerto Rico for the whole scene there, and so yeah, it's reused again. And someone else pointed this. Another person pointed this, which is also kind of funny. They go into this market stall place, and there's people dressed up in a post-apocalyptic clothing, and like it feels like a post-apocalyptic people making their own tribes type vibe. And they, like, the guys they're getting all hostile with them. Oh, what are you guys doing here? They're getting all hostile and like aggressive, but like for no reason too. Actually, it's like, why are you getting all aggressive for? We're just passing through. But you know, lo and behold, nothing happens with that scene. Actually, it was all for nothing, because they do. The leader, I guess it was the leader, he says, oh, I'll take you to like the tunnels, and then you'll be on your own. And he does do that, actually. So, you know, I guess that was a plus, right? What else I was gonna think with this film that's kind of weird? Oh my god, what was I thinking in my head? What else? What's going on with this movie? I'm trying to think. There's really not much to say about it. I mean, it is pretty bad. The lab scene, it goes AWOL like really quick for some reason, and I'm like, how did this go AWOL exactly? How did this whole debacle? Everything was good until it wasn't. I like how the family dynamic is. The wife and child. So I guess the brother dies. I don't know if he dies in the werewolf killing, or he just died. He's a first responder, like a firefighter. So he just dies. I guess, you know, it's a dangerous job. You die sometime. And so his brother is taking care of his family. So I like that dynamic. I thought that was kind of a little different right there. Yeah, but like he also is kind of dumb because like I don't know, he makes himself, he turns into a werewolf. He has that big epic fight with Cody. You can tell from the get go he doesn't like this guy. But what was I thinking in my head? I just remember the post-apocalyptic scene. Let me get back to that because I just remembered it. The post-apocalyptic scene. A user mentioned in the review site that I looked at this, and they're actually 100% right when they said this, which is like, this is an event that only happens once a year. So it's like the Purge, actually. It's like the Purge, basically, in that regard. It only happens once a year. So why the heck are these people, have these like underground? They have like this weird underground society, post-apocalyptic society type vibe for like one night. Actually, it's not even a day. It's really just a night. It's whatever. It's not even a full 24 hours, is it? It's nighttime until the sun rises, basically. From nightfall to sunrise, all the hours in between. That's when we got the werewolves killing people and shit. And that's like when you gotta be careful and blah blah blah. Yeah, but it's silly, right? Then what else? What else I was thinking with this film? So I was like silly. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, Frank Grillo's character. He turns into a werewolf, right? And then he's gonna attack the family. But like his goal is to protect them. So wouldn't he have that insight of like, if I let myself turn into a werewolf to fight that guy, I may turn on them and attack their house. They only attack their house too. Plot armor, right? There's other neighbors in this neighborhood, but only their house gets attacked, because of course. And fucking that girl, like she's standing outside the truck, but she doesn't immediately get inside like she wanted to die. Oh, and then you have those dudes like mercenaries. Everyone's shooting at werewolves, but nobody seems to hit them ever. You never seen the werewolves. They're like the what is that movie called? It's like the movie with Tom Hardy, Venom 2, where they attack the monster and they chop it into pieces, but it doesn't do shit. And so it's just not fair. They're too overpowered. And so like with this one, it's just not fair. They're shooting the werewolves. They don't even hit the werewolves. They don't even strike them. And they just suppress fire and they run away. But of course, when Frank Grillo is shooting, well, I don't even know if he kills that one, actually. I guess he didn't kill that werewolf. So the only way to fight the werewolves, really, is to turn yourself into a werewolf yourself. Because apparently they're just indestructible. Yeah, this movie was bad. It's not good. Werewolves, trash movie. Thank you for listening.